I'm Will Steger here at Copenhagen. I want to thank my friends at SUPERVALU and Wild Harvest for sponsoring our youth delegation. We've been at the climate negotiations last week here, documenting and observing all the meetings, and we're communicating back to the youth and also back to the Midwest about these important climate talks that are quite decisive for our future. Copenhagen is an incredible city. It's really setting the example, I think, for us in the United States. A really impeccable mass transit system, but more than that, you see people are on bikes. There's lanes for traffic, and there's also lanes for bicycling. Very low carbon society here, but a very high quality society. Everything that's done here is really done properly, and people are out and moving around, exercising. Is a very great example, I think, for us here. The Will Steger Foundation has brought a delegation of 12 youth from the Midwest, and we have been the last week observing and attending the various meetings and negotiations that are going on, and we're communicating this back to our youth and back to our general public in the Midwest. There's more than 15,000 people here at the conference. We have about 500 youth from the United States, a total of about 2,000 from around the world. There will be over 100 heads of states. This is unprecedented. So we have a real large commitment from all the countries around the world. My main interest here is reducing our carbon levels. We're hoping that we can shoot at a target of reducing it to 350 parts per million. What's at stake here are vulnerable communities. We have many indigenous people from small island nations to the Inuit in the far north, whose cultures are basically being totally changed here with climate change. And the great thing about it is we have the technology, we have the ability to drive down the carbon, to build a great economy, national security, but we need a binding treaty to reduce the carbon, to protect the environment, and especially for our delegation, we're working with the young people. They're just really, really incredible. I look at these young people, I look at their children down the line. This is really what's at stake here. But to me, it's uplifting because I've been working on the climate issues for over 20 years, and we have many nations, 100 heads of states are coming. At the Bella Center where the conference is being held, it's really, first view is it's chaotic, people all over, but it's actually quite organized. Many different conferences, there's the main negotiations going on, but in addition to that, many heads of states presenting. We have great U.S. participation here. We have a very strong U.S. delegation. I'm very proud of the United States here for the representation, but all the countries are out here in earnest. China, India. What's really incredible are we meeting the youth from around the world, and they're all online. I mean, there's 2,000 here, but they're representing millions and millions. I saw this as a real piece of history because this is a pivotal part for life on the earth and for our species right here. With the carbon rising like this, it's extremely dangerous. But we're now starting to take that serious. The science is really firmly behind this. I've been the eyewitness to this. I've seen it firsthand. I mean, seeing is believing. Well, I've seen this in the Arctic. I mean, it is really serious what's happening. But I draw my hopes from the youth and from the fact that we have the technology, and it's really the economic solutions are where the real answers are. The addition of us doing personal acts is not enough. We have to multiply this by working together on the political front. We really want to thank Wild Harvest for the organic food that we enjoyed on all of our expeditions, and here at Copenhagen, 3 meals a day here. We're having organic foods thanks to our friends there at Wild Harvest. So this is Will here. My best, and everybody back there in Minnesota, and signing off here at Copenhagen.